What's going on, guys? Fearmaky here, bringing you another video. Let's get into it. Let's roll deep and keep grinding out there, guys. Let's dive into the video. Let's go. What's going on, guys? We're going to be doing a guide here on the Trickster for Outriders, and I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. So, the intention with the build is for you to place a clone down with the skill Borrowed Time, which, when you cast it, you gain a 210 shield. And you mark your location for 28 seconds. Once you trigger the skill again, it will bend space-time and teleport you back to the location you were previously at, or where you put the clone down, technically. In addition to that, we use Hunt the Prey, which is our #1 skill, to teleport behind an enemy, also receiving another 89 shield bonus. These bonuses will increase based on your gear and attributes. And once we're in close range of the target, we use Cyclone Slice. Spin to win, baby. Creates a whirlwind of anomaly blaze that deals 211 damage and interrupts onto your enemies within a small radius of you with every hit. The skill lasts for 10 seconds. So as you can see here, I Hunt the Prey, which teleport behind the target, and then I Cyclone Slice. And if I need to back out from danger, I'll just go ahead and press my 3 skill again, which is my Borrowed Time, to get back to my original location, just like that. And with this right here, especially in group play, it allows you to play extremely aggressive, which is what the Trickster should be, right? You should be playing up close and range, up close and personal. And I want to go heavy into skill usage with this game as opposed to guns. There's a lot of gun builds out there already, so I want to be able to showcase some skill builds for you guys. And at the end of the video here, we are going to get into the build, some in-depth information on what to do. But this is what I'm doing for leveling. And if you guys want to follow along, you know, by all means, please do it. It's working out really well for me. I've had no issues with it. Yes, on some encounters and some bosses, you may need to switch the Borrowed Time for Slow Trap, as well as the Hunt the Prey. You can swap it out for your temporal blades or even twisted rounds. The reason for that is you can't really teleport behind bosses, and depending on the boss fight that you're doing, using Borrowed Time in that room there might not be as effective. But for questing and map clears, this setup here is amazing. So for bosses, yes, I would use Slow Trap as my 3rd skill, and I would use Temporal Blade as my #1 skill. I would still keep the Spin to Win for up close and personal with the bosses. It all depends on the boss, obviously. But this is what I'm doing here, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and that it kicks ass, man. What's happening with the build, just so you understand, is I have all the mods, which I'm going to get into there later, stacked into the Cyclone skill. And we have a mod called Speed Up, which allows the Cyclone to spin, or your movement to be 25% faster, as well as Wind Slash, which increases the skill damage by Cyclone Slice. We also have the mod Healing Slice, which you receive healing for each enemy you kill. We also have Grand Bastion. While using Cyclone Slice, all damage from weapons and anomaly, meaning skill damage, is reduced by 40%. In addition to that, we also have the final mod, which is Duration, which adds a 5-second duration to the skill, so you can spin for a lot longer, and on bosses you can just shred them. It just increases your damage throughput overall. So this is a really nice synergy. Allows you to weave in and out, and it allows you to pretty much, you know, get full health. The moment you kill a target, and you will kill targets with your Cyclone, you'll instantly be topped off immediately by your abilities. If you're paying attention to my health bar, I'll go to almost, you know, death, and then as soon as I kill a target, I will gain a shield, and also my health regens all the way up. So it's pretty self-sustaining. And if you have your Borrowed Time skill placed in the back and you're in the group, if you're about to die, your Cyclone's about to expire, and you know there's no more mobs around you and you're probably going to die, then just click Borrowed Time. That way you get out of there, you know, you replenish yourself, let your Hunt the Prey and your Cyclone Slice come off cooldown again before you go back in. The moment they're both off cooldown, Hunt the Prey, you know, dash behind the target, you get a 90 shield right away, depending on your attributes, even higher. Then you Cyclone Slice. The moment you kill a non-elite or any mob, you'll immediately heal to full. And when you're spinning, you're also taking 40% reduced damage from all sources. So it's a pretty good build that I'm starting to develop here while leveling. I am going to be going heavy into the Reaver tree, so I'm going to showcase that for you guys. But look at this, man. I want to show you guys the boss kill here at the end. You see how fast we kill him. The gun that I'm also using, just so you guys know, I swapped weapons when I was doing this build, but the gun I was using was, all the guns I'm using is a assault rifle with one of them has a anomaly surge mod, which critical shots spawn an anomaly energy blast that deals 119 damage in a 2-meter radius. So when I'm not doing any skills, I'm blasting AoE damage to targets, especially if they're in close proximity of each other. They're exploding for massive damage. On my secondary weapon, I have Vampire mod, which is also another assault rifle, which killing shots grants 15% skill leech for 20 seconds. So when I kill a target with that weapon, my skills heal me for an additional 15% for 20 seconds. So it's just insane sustainability that we get from doing this build. So there's a lot of things going on with it, and once you put it all together, it works really well. Really well. You can see here the shield. You see the shield's going up? I got sniped there by that sniper. We're going to teleport behind it, melee punch it, and then finish it off. The boss should be coming out here any second, and we're going to make quick work of him. I'm going to teleport this direction first, punch them. All my skills are on cooldown, but I place borrow time here. So that way if I have to get out of combat later, I just go back to that location behind the wall there. Teleport behind the boss. I'm going to do Cyclone Slice now. Look at the damage, 178 per second. While taking 40% reduced damage. Look at his health just shred. Dead. Boom. And that's how you do it, baby. All right, let's dive into the build. Alright guys, so for the build, this is what I'm doing. Every single piece of gear that I acquire, look at your secondary attributes, where I have anomaly power and skill life leech. You want every single piece of gear to have anomaly power. That's going to make your spin to win your Cyclone Slice so much more powerful. And in addition, the skill life leech is a no-brainer. It's just additional healing as you're using skills. So it gives you huge sustainability. The mod that we're using here on the helm is speed up. Cyclone Slice allows 25% faster movement while the skill is active. And on the chest, again, we have anomaly power and skill life leech, another 2.33%. For the mod, we're using Wind Slash. Cyclone Slice increases the skill damage by 62. On the pants, again, anomaly power with cooldown reduction, which is huge. And the mod Healing Slice. Cyclone Slice receives 137 health for each enemy killed with the skill. This is why you see my health go almost to 0, then immediately top off the moment we kill targets with the Cyclone Slice. On the gloves, anomaly power, and then we have 8% healing reduced. Healing received, which is just immense sustainability. And we have for the mod, Grand Bastion. Using the skill reduces incoming weapon damage and anomaly damage by 40%. It makes you real tanky while you're in there, killing everything. On the boots, anomaly power with cooldown reduction. And the mod duration adds 5 seconds to the skill's duration. For the weapon, I'm using a assault rifle. For the mod on it, we have Vampire. Killing shots grants 15% skill leech boost for 20 seconds. And I just got this shotgun. And I have slow here, but originally I was using this weapon here, the assault rifle with the anomaly surge. Critical shot spawns an anomaly energy blast that deals 120 damage in a 2-meter radius. So you can certainly use this as well. I just got this weapon, which is obviously an upgrade from clearing the mission we just showcased. And I'm going to go with the slow for now. So that way I can slow the targets while attacking them. That's my intention, while allowing my skills to come off cooldown. But I would certainly keep the assault rifle and kill a target with it to increase your leech for 20 seconds and maintain the buff. For skills, I am using Hunt the Prey. Select an enemy and teleport behind them, receiving 89 shield bonus. That's what the skill does. Right there. And it's a 10-second cooldown for me. My main damage and skill is Cyclone Slice. Creates a whirlwind of anomaly blades that deal 211 damage and interrupts onto enemies with a small radius of you with every hit. The skill lasts for 10 seconds. So the interrupt is massive on this. Like, bosses are like 100% stunned while you're spinning around them. It's really good. And Borrow Time. Receives a 210 shield and mark your location for 28 seconds. Triggering the skill again will bend space-time and teleport you back to the mark spot. So this is, I use it mainly to get out of the situation where my Cyclone Slice is down. I already have done my Hunt the Prey to get in range. I use Cyclone Slice. That's done and I'm taking a lot of damage, or I have too many enemies around me. I'll go back to my original location to allow my Cyclone Slice and Hunt the Prey to reduce cooldown. Be careful to go back in with Hunt the Prey and Cyclone Slice if your Borrowed Time is off cooldown. Sometimes I'll wait for this before I actually go back in. Because if you go back in right away, because these will come off cooldown before Borrowed Time, then you're going to be stuck there and you have to run out, and chances are you're probably going to die. So be careful about that. On bosses, as I've said, I would replace Borrowed Time for Slow Trap. And I would replace Hunt the Prey, because you really can't teleport behind bosses, with Temporal Blade. You can still keep them on if you want for the shield and survivability, but you're not going to get the mobility, you know, from the talents on a boss fight as much. You still can use it though, and it will be extra survivability. But you could swap that, you know, these out for Slow Trap and also Temporal Blade. Or even remove Slow Trap and put on Twisted Rounds. We're not really doing that much weapon damage. As you can see, we're going heavy into skills. So Twisted Rounds would be okay. But it's up to you guys. For the class, while leveling, I went 2 points immediately into the Assassin tree. One is for the close range weapon damage by 15 and 20% reload time reduction. And then I'm going heavy into Reaver all the way through. As we level up, I'll show you guys the final build later. But we went 1 point into concentration to get 6% anomaly power. 1 point into skill leech, so 6% skill leech, more sustain. 1 point into concentration, increases your anomaly power by additional 6%. And anomaly scything, activating the melee skill increases your anomaly power by 30% for 5 seconds. So each time you use your melee skill, your anomaly damage gets increased. So you constantly got to do that. I wasn't doing that as much as I should, but I definitely will. And my, you know, end game build is going to consist of pretty much maintaining massive anomaly power damage happening at the same time, buffs, depending, you know, on all my 3 skills, including my melee ability being used. We also went with Continuum. Decreases the cooldown of your damage skills by 15%. So this affects Temporal Blade, Twisted Rounds, and Cyclone Slice. Obviously, I'm only benefiting from it from Cyclone Slice, but I do swap to Temporal Blade for some boss fights, as well as the you know, Twisted Rounds, depending on the boss, and they will get the benefit of this cooldown reduction as well. But all you care about Cyclone Slice while leveling. I also went into concentration, increases your anomaly power by an additional 6%, so that's about 18% now anomaly damage. And then we went into counter shield, activating your deception skill, increases anomaly power by 50% for 10 seconds. So this is massive right here. I did swap out the so right before I started recording the video, I did go with the Borrowed Time to showcase the video, but before I had Borrowed Time, I was using Slow Trap, which is a deception skill. All right, so you should definitely have that on, and I'm actually going to put that back on as I do, you know, more harder content. But if you put that on, you're going to get a 50% damage increase on your anomaly skills for 10 seconds. So you could do slow trap. You could also do your venerator's knife, which is also a deception skill, and that will proc the 50% damage. All right, we don't have the last skill yet because you require level 22, but we're going to get into that later. But yes, if you wanted the additional 50% damage, that's what you would do. Put on slow trap or put on venerator's knife. I would probably put on venerator's knife for clearing the map. Throw a temporal knife at an enemy. The blade will ricochet between a maximum of 5 enemies within a small radius, dealing 170 damage and marking them. All marked enemies will be inflicted with slow, and for 10 seconds the first damage dealt will be doubled. So this is amazing for, you know, clearing the packs right away as well. Like I said, if you're playing solo, I did borrow time so I can get out of the fray. In a group, while we're playing with Tig and Marky and my friends, I will 100% be using venerator's knife. And I have footage of that. I'm sorry I didn't show it here. But for solo, you're going to want to get out of there because you're going to have a hard time surviving. And you're going to want the extra shield. But it's up to you guys. If you can pull it off, you got some good, you know, gear going on, you can. Don't be forced to play. I mean, these are skills I'm going for in game as well. But don't be forced to play with these different skills just to get that buff and get yourself killed and keep failing missions. You don't have to. You just need we clear that mission there. With these skills in, it was just fine. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoy. As far as the mods, you get 1 point into the story where you unlock Dr. Zahidi. The moment you unlock him, you interact with him, you select I need to upgrade my gear, and this is where you can swap out mods. So mods come from your, every piece of gear will have a mod on it. When you dismantle the gear, if you don't have the mod in your library, it will be applied to your library, allowing you to swap to those mods anytime you visit Zahidi. So you pretty much select a piece of gear. I already have Cyclone Slice here. I mean Speed Up as a mod, but you select mod, and everything is already filtered. So here's all the Cyclone Slice skills, and you just select these skills. You can only have one per item. And you can see the little red card means you already have this mod on another piece of gear, meaning you will not benefit from it by putting it on this slot here. So make sure you guys look at that. But yeah, just talk to Dr. Zahidi, select your gear, and then mod it with the mods that I have, and you'll be good to go. And same thing for the weapon. You just select the weapon, select the mod, and you're good to go. And these are all your mods. And that's how you make sure you target the mods for your slots and the gear that you want. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. I hope the video helps you guys while leveling. I hope you have a good experience. It's going to be fun spinning to win all the way to the end, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves and roll deep. Woo!